Your favorite compas have another jam-packed episode of the Four Compas show. In this episode, we'll do a quick recap of Monday Night Football, the doubleheader between the Ravens. It was the Harbaugh night, basically. The Ravens and the Bucks on one, and the Chargers and the Cardinals in the other. So we'll get into all that. I'll ask Gilberto a interesting question about that could link both LA teams. Plus, Dan and Daygo and Vic, the producer, will be here to give us their Week 7 takeaways. Of course, we cannot forget about the Compas Power Rankings, our picks, and time permitting, we'll do Burial of the Week because Vic has an interesting one that I've noticed a lot of people have had as well. So we'll do all that. But Gilberto, how are you doing?
I'm doing well. I'm hoping the connection is Cooper Kupp because I do want to have some takes about maybe the Chargers calling Sean McVay. But we'll find out in a bit. But I'm doing well. We just had a whole House of Horns episode breaking down Vikings Rams, which feels kind of weird to break down a game when the team's getting ready to ship off their players. But why not? But yeah, so hopefully check that out there. You get some good insight there on Cooper Kupp speculation. And check out my story SI.com because I had to write a story about Cooper Kupp trade spots, and I had like 12 different teams on there. I probably could have had 16 to be honest, but busy Tuesday, and it seems like there's always a wide receiver being traded every week, right?
Yeah, no, exactly. Boltillo, the glass is gonna break in a little bit. Just make sure you stand pat.
You should know by now. He's late. Come on.
Boltillo was actually on a good one last night. Boltillo had us dying of laughter.
Oh, he was screaming at us to answer his question like he's somebody else on House of Horns.
Boltillo, we'll get to all that in a minute, but first, let's go with the intro.
Compas on the beat. Let's get it. Let's go.
Yeah. So where's Compas?
Yeah, we are.
There you go.
Hey. There you go. Okay, all right. We got proof right there.
That seems like he's asleep. Need you to wake up, Gilbert. There's a lot of energy.
Come on, Gilbert. Let's go.
Come on. Dan and Daygo is at Moe's.
I'll show you. I'll show you. I got it right.
Okay, that's it. You guys, I am done with mine, but that's couldn't get better than a 2026 6th-round pick swap for a 7th-rounder. So
freaking love you, Chad.
Hey, dude. Cool, man.
Compas on the beat, man. Derwin James signing off, man. Watch Compas on the beat, man.
Welcome to Compas on the Beat. I'm Fernando Ramirez. I cover the Chargers for the Sporting Tribune. With me, as always, is my co-host, my tag team partner, Gilbert Manzano, covers the NFL for Sports Illustrated. What's up, bro?
What's up, bro? I should maybe ask that to your brother. How's he doing after? I want to say your brother should make a ranking for teams he like hates the most, or like teams he does not want the Chargers to lose to. Obviously, the Chiefs are one of them. The Packers are another. And the Ravens too, but rounding out the top 4, it's got to be the Cardinals and Kyler Murray, right? Mr. Call of Duty. He must have been so annoyed about that loss there, and I can't wait to see him to poke a little fun at the bear there.
No, you don't want to poke at that bear today. Boltillo, Joseph, you guys know, how was Dan last night? Those guys know exactly. Boltillo, are you talking about that lame ass LeBron and Bronny game? I don't watch that shit.
Actually,
I do have it on in the
opening
background.
day or night?
Yeah, today, but they're gonna pawn off Bronny, bring him in. He's gonna freaking brick house, and then they're gonna take him out and then send him down to the G League or the B League or whatever.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Angel wasn't too happy with you yesterday, so he was.
It's not me. I'm not the one like that. Blew a 10-point lead in the 4th quarter, but what else? I don't know.
Well, okay, so let's get into that first. I guess like we'll do Ravens in a second, but let me just ask you, what were your thoughts? First of all, did you have ESPN Plus? And 2, what did you think of the game? Because I mean, there's no way you watched the Bucks and the Ravens after the Ravens jumped out to that 24 to 10 lead. But just what did you think of this game?
Honestly, I did miss like I was watching both games at the same time, but I missed the 3rd quarter because I was writing my story on the Bucks and the Ravens. Because like you mentioned, it was a blowout. I was able to write quickly, so I was able to go back to the 4th quarter there on the Chargers and the Cardinals. So I can't really say what the hell happened for them to blow that lead, and I saw James Conner rip off that run there to get them in field goal position to win the game. So that's pretty much where I got there in the 2nd half. But obviously, it's kind of a similar problem. Like they don't have a lot of skill players. We talked about it on Monday before the game. Quentin Johnson being out is going to be a problem. Joshua Palmer played better. He had that great sideline catch there. But when you have Will Disley being your leading receiver, You couldn't really get the running game going there. I know people are really mad at the interior of the offensive line for pass protection and run blocking. These are all problems that we've kind of told you guys before the season. And I'm not going to take a victory lap, but I keep telling people it's going to be a process. Just because you have Jim Harbaugh, it's not going to fix all your problems. Jim Harbaugh is going to take time. I love what he's doing, building through the trenches, but he don't have the talent. And when you have Will Dissly and Hayden Hurst being your top receivers, then that kind of tells you what's going to happen there. So obviously the offense was better, and I'm not even impressed with the Cardinals. That kind of was a typical Cardinals game. You have James Conner doing the work, Marvin Harrison Jr. gets 2 catches, and then Kyler Murray runs around for a little bit. That's about it. So that just tells you don't have a good offense with the Chargers there. I thought they're going to unleash Justin Herbert after what happened the week before that. They didn't. But you don't have good wide receivers. You don't have a good interior offensive line. So, yeah, I'm going back to patting myself on the back. It's a 2-year plan. You're probably an average team. You're not going to be better than average this year, but you won 5 games last year. So I know people are disappointed, but maybe it's time to look in the mirror and say, look at your roster. It's a middling offense, and you have to wait to the offseason to get better there. So hopefully you ask me about Cooper Kupp, Fernando, because I trust in Jim Harbaugh. I trust in Joe Ortiz having a great long-term vision for this team. Don't panic because you lost 1 game and then ruin the whole long-term plan. But you're 3-3 because you have a 3-3 roster.
Well, I think the frustration from fans is that fact that they've been in there with the Chiefs, they've been in there with the Steelers, and they've been in there with the. No, I mean the Steelers was probably the only game that they weren't in.
Okay, yeah.
Everybody else, and that was because of all the injuries and stuff. But I guess the frustration is that they're basically almost like their defense is holding it down, and the offense isn't scoring any points.
That's the biggest positive. That defense is way ahead of schedule. I love that defense.
I didn't like them yesterday. I thought yesterday they held them to 17 points. There was a lot of missed tackles. There was a lot of, and I get it. There's no Christian Fulton. He was coming in and out. Asante Samuel Jr. is not there. These are like growing pains from these corners, which I think is fine. I think Tarheeb Still and Cam Hart are going to learn a lot through this process, so I think it kind of helps them out. But at the same time, I guess the frustration from all the fans is at the beginning it was like run. Yesterday, the Cardinals were loading the box, and they were like, okay, let's let your receivers beat us, and they couldn't. And Herbert had 12 incompletions. I think 5 of them were drops. So that was another aspect where they're like, well, Herbert's doing everything he can to try and power these guys through. They can't score any touchdowns. They haven't scored a touchdown in 15 drives, which is really bad. And then I feel like the frustration from Charger fans is also the past, that they've wasted Herbert up until this point. Yeah. They're still kind of wasting them in their minds. I'm not saying that the Harbaugh and them, because like you said, it is going to be a 2-year plan. We've said it's going to be a 2-year plan. Next offseason, they're going to have draft picks. Next offseason, they're going to have money. Next offseason, they're going to have a lot of different things. But I think the frustration with fans is that in the thought process, I think from what I've gathered is if they bring in a true number 1 receiver, that could help the offense out. And that's what I wrote last night. I said, it's time to stop messing around. They need to go get something for Herbert, whether it's a good tight end or a good receiver, whatever it is. But what I told Dan last night is, in my thought process, they're going to say, you know what? We have DJ Chark coming back. We have Quentin Johnston coming back. And that's going to change everything, which DJ Chark is not really going to change that much. And Quentin Johnston is okay, but he's not like a game-changing first-round draft pick. He's not Jordan Addison. He's not Zay Flowers. I mean, I guess he's behind Jackson Smith and Jigba, but I just don't understand why. Do you? No, I think they can win one. I just think it's going to take time. Not this year. No, not this year. No, this year, if they got in as a wild card team, I think they'd be a scary wild card team that team would be like, oh, crap, like we don't want to play them just because of the hard-nosed defense and some of the other things. But another aspect of it, Gilbert, and I'll ask you the question soon and then we can move on. The other aspect of it is, and I know I'm going to probably get beaten down for this one, they don't have a tough-nosed running back. J.K. Dobbins is not the tough nose run. J.K. Dobbins is a home run hitter. If you notice when he runs, he's trying to hit the hole and try and hit home runs. That's what they did the first 2 games. The first 2 games, Gus Edwards was taking the beating, and J.K. Dobbins was the one that was hitting those home runs, and that hasn't happened. And it's like Dan's been saying on the show, their offensive line is not built to do what they're trying to do, which is run. They don't have the interior offensive line to do that. Bozeman has been horrendous. Zion Johnson can't run block. Trey Pipkins is kind of at times good, at times he's bad, but that's the same thing we've always said about Pipkins at even at right tackle. So that they're going to have to really work on the interior next offseason to really get it going. But once they fix this interior and maybe they get 1 or 2 weapons to go with this, a great tight end and maybe another receiver, they'll be fine. But right now it's just, that's the thing, is that they're giving fans hope that, oh my God, we're right there with these teams, and they kind of lose. And that's the hardship that you're going to go through. I mean, Rome wasn't built in a year. Think about all the years that Kansas City lost with Alex Smith. How many years? Even the first year of Patrick Mahomes, they lost. They took beatings. I remember the game against Andrew Luck, his rookie year. Alex Smith they were up like 25 points, and Andrew Luck came back and beat them. And so I'm just saying, it's a growing pains. But Gilbert, back to what I want to ask you. Do you think there is a possibility that the Chargers would go for Cooper Kupp? 1, 2, what would Cooper Kupp bring to the Chargers, except for a trio of whites when it comes to Latimer, Justin Herbert, and Cooper Kupp? You have the Bermuda white triangle.
Will Disley and Hayden Hurst.
I know, a bunch of whites.
Just get a white running back in your set there. Carson Steele, anybody. But obviously, I think maybe the Chargers will pick up the phone and explore interest, because Cooper Kupp will make every team better in the league. Like I told Victor this earlier, like maybe he's not a better pure wide receiver than Devontae Adams, but he provides more than Devontae Adams. He's good in the running game. He's good in the pre-snap motion. He's a great blocker. He just does the dirty work, and that's as a hardball player, that's what you want, a guy who makes all the dirty work. So. But obviously the Rams want a high draft pick. Like, you're really going to give up a 2nd round pick, or probably 3rd round pick, to be honest here. That's what they're going to get. When you could build the offensive line, maybe you could draft a wide receiver that's younger. And I always go back to this, Fernando. If you're going to give up on Keenan Allen and Mike Williams, you know what you signed up for. You know it's going to be a transition year of having a bad wide receivers or young wide receivers, and you fix the salary cap for a reason. Why go mess that up by taking out some money from a veteran player? Why mess that up by losing a draft pick? So stick to the plan. I get it. You want more in this season, but they brought in Harbaugh and Ortiz to have a long-term vision, to win the damn Super Bowl, not to go push the Chiefs in the 1st round and lose in the 4th quarter. Like, if you get Cooper Kupp, you're not going to beat the Chiefs. You're not going to beat the Ravens. I'm not sure you will beat the Bills or the Texans. You are a middling team that's a wild card team. You probably won't even beat the Steelers either. We already saw that movie. You're probably a 7th or 6th seed. Do you really want that, to have Cooper Kupp and get you there to the playoffs and lose one and done? We saw that with the Dolphins. They're one and done every year. The Steelers are one and done every year. You're here to win the damn Super Bowl, and the plan was in place this offseason. Why would you ruin that? I think that's why when you see maybe trade rumors for high-profile players, the Chargers are never involved, because there's a big vision there. Say it's a Mike Williams and get him back for a 6th round pick. Go ahead and do that. That's not gonna hurt your future. Maybe you get Deontay Johnson for a 5th round pick, or Adam Thielen, or Darius Slayton. Those guys, go ahead and do it. But guys are going to cost you 2nd or 3rd round pick and a bunch of money, dead cap. Why would you ruin the future there? So I get it. People are eager. They want to win now. People might call me a hater, but I think Monday night showed all the holes there for this roster, that, Jim Harbaugh was a great coach and he's going to fix it. It just might be more of a 2-year plan. So I'll put the question back to you, Fernando. Do you think they should go for a big wide receiver like that, where it might cost you a high draft pick, it might cost you some money, but you're right there in the games like you mentioned?
No, because what if Cooper gets hurt 2 weeks in? What if
he gets hurt all the time?
I know, that's another thing. Cooper's gonna go to like a Chiefs.
I hope not.
Well, yeah, a Chiefs.
Even me, I don't want to see that.
Something like that, like a team like maybe even the Buccaneers, something like that.
Buccaneers.
That's where it feels like they're gonna go. So What's
Tocayo.
up, guys? Is it true that the Rams have interest in Darnold, trading Stafford for Darnold, and planning to
Well, you said a swap Matthew Stafford and where are people seeing this rumor? Somebody mentioned that in House of Horns too.
Gil, are
Stafford.
you any relation to Gilbert Manzano?
Let me know. My half brother Mexico is named Gilberto. My real father is named Gilberto. My real grandfather is named Gilberto. So there's many of us out there. And thank you for the money at the air. I appreciate you. And
You're the best.
I'm not beating a dead horse. I'm sorry. I'm just giving analysis because I wasn't on the show last night to piss off Dan and Daygo. I will piss him off today though.
My poor brother. I'm just saying, and no, I don't think they should go for Cooper Kupp. Like you said, if it's a Mike Williams, if it's something like that, like I think I saw Njoku only has one more year left on his contract.
Oh, that'd be a good one. Yeah,
that one might be a good one, especially with these tight ends. It could help. Jorge and Boltillo and everybody. He's about to come on. Don't worry, we're just going over Monday Night Football, and then he'll jump in here. Oh God, Brock. That's our guy, Brock. What's up, man?
All right, I will piss him off for you.
No.
I got you. That's what I do best here.
Oh my God. No, Gilberto, I love you, my brother. That was an awesome what you just said. Absolutely correct. That is not what you said was wrong. I love it. That is the plan to win the Super Bowl.
Okay, there you go.
Brock,
we all agree. Hey, Brock.
We appreciate it, Brock. You're the best. Yeah. The real Coach Hines.
Okay. I
appreciate all the love, Brock. But yeah, just going back to it, there's no need to sell the farm. It's like Dan was saying yesterday. Jim knows these guys coming out this next year. He's recruited them. He knows them. That's why Pete Carroll and some of these guys were so successful coming in from college because they knew. And Pete didn't really hit on the first and second rounders. He was hitting on the 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th, undrafted. Those are the kind of guys that they were hitting on. I think that these guys are going to be able to hit more. But, I mean, we'll just see what happens on that with the Chargers there. But good discussion there, Gilberto. Honest, and I agree with you. I wrote yesterday, you don't have to sell the farm. Just go get somebody that could help open up things. So we'll see what happens there.
We agree right there. Good line.
Exactly. And we've both covered the team, so we know exactly what the ins and outs are, and we understand. And you're just bringing the facts. Gilberto better not be on the bandwagon.
Okay. Come on. It's not. You never know. Let me know. Let me see how
that
it goes.
Ravens game, as soon as Mike Evans went down with the injury, it felt like the whole game shifted for the Buccaneers.
Yeah.
But the Ravens, Gilbert, after beating the Buccaneers 41-31, it wasn't as close as what the score says it was. Could these Ravens knock off the Chiefs?
I don't know which story pissed off Dan the most, my Mahomes MVP story or the Ravens being maybe better than the Chiefs story. I don't know. It's kind of two things he doesn't like there.
Well, we'll see what happens.
Okay, we'll see. But like you're right, Fernando. When that game was over in the midway through the third quarter, even at that point, I'm like, yeah, sure, maybe the Ravens are going to be fine. Like I saw the movie last year in the AFC Championship game. I saw it in week 1. That defense is still very good. I don't know. And then Lamar Jackson throws a dime to Rashard Bateman. Derrick Henry rips off an 81-yard run, not a touchdown. Then he threw a couple of touchdowns to Mark Andrews. So at that point, I'm starting to think they're really putting a whooping on the Buccaneers. This Buccaneer team might not be the same, obviously, because of the injuries of Godwin and Evans. And Todd Bowles, what the hell are you doing there? I'm not sure you forced Mike Evans, but he shouldn't have been on the field. He wasn't ready to go.
You could tell he wasn't.
That hamstring gave up on him when he was trying to get the touchdown. He caught the first one, and he looked hurt on the first one. And then Godwin beat in the game when it was already over. What are we doing here? Even Baker's doing whatever he's doing with the pills to try to have a late comeback. Get the hell out of here. You're not going to win that game. But anyways, the point is, the way they dismantled that team told me the Ravens, what are you laughing at? The Ravens have a good offense, and I was giving Spags a lot of praise here, but the way I wrote it, there's probably one team that can hang with the Chiefs here with that defense here, and it's the Ravens. And I know people are going to tell me we've seen Lamar Jackson in the playoffs. I get it. We've seen the movie before, but I've never seen him with Derrick Henry. Like, Derrick Henry is a difference maker, and now that the Ravens are using him as a closer, as a missing piece, not the hero, not the help me out here because we have terrible depth here. That's not the case anymore. When you see Bateman making plays, when you're seeing Mark Andrews making plays, Isaiah Flowers wasn't really involved because he got hurt, but say when he comes back healthy, you have a lot of weapons to maybe finally put a little test here to the Chiefs defense. They are an amazing defense, but if you're Mahomes and you're relying on Kareem Hunt and freaking Noah Gray and Juju Smith-Schuster, like, what if the defense has somewhat of an off day where they allow 24 points? Can you get enough points to beat the Ravens? I don't know. So I want to see the movie. I think that there's only two teams right there. Obviously in the NFC, there's more teams that can beat the Chiefs, but in the AFC, I'm gonna put the Ravens there in that class, and I'm gonna ask you the question right now too, Fernando. But after that is a tier between the Texans and the Bills. Maybe you could throw in the Steelers there. I don't know about this Russell Wilson thing, but after that, as a whole, there's a tie there between the Chargers and the Colts, whatever. But there's different tiers. But I want to say the Ravens. I know I am going to say the Ravens and the Chiefs are in a tier together, and I want to see this rematch in the playoffs.
My question is, what kind of coaching are we going to get out of the Ravens? Are they going to be the guys? Damn, I think Jorge paid you the biggest compliment I've ever seen. Guys, I don't think Gilberto is going to be a couple for much longer. His takes are too fire. ESPN's going to come a calling.
Oh, I don't know. Hopefully, SI will keep me because I guess I am very good at the clickbait here.
Jorge, that was great. You're awesome. We appreciate
that. That was nice of you.
My question is, where's the coaching going to be? The problem in the AFC Championship was they went away from what they did successfully, run the football. The Bills went away from running the football because James Cook was starting to cook last year at one point. They went away from that. Now we're talking about the Ravens. Can the Ravens keep Derrick Henry going no matter what the score is, no matter what's going on in the game? If they keep on going to Derrick Henry, and I'd like the Ravens to pick up maybe, I know they have a Hill, but if they could pick up maybe one more running back, I think they'd be fine. They'd be better. But yeah, Theo, go ahead. I just really want to see them. I just really want to see them attack the Chiefs the way that they're meant to be attacked. Go at them with what you do well, not what you do not what you do wrong. So last year I thought what the mistake was putting the ball in Lamar Jackson's hands. This year you have Derrick Henry. There's no excuse of why the ball shouldn't be in Derrick Henry's hands. He's going to be the engine that powers this team. I don't think it's going to be Lamar Jackson. So at the end of the year, if the Ravens finish with the best record, oh my God, I think Derrick Henry deserves MVP consideration.
Yes.
Because I think right now he's the reason why the Ravens are winning. Everybody's distracted. The thing is, right now the Ravens are a good magician. They're distracting everybody thinking, oh, it's Lamar. It's not really Lamar. It's Derrick Henry. That addition has really helped this offense thrive. That's why they're coming back and beating on. That game against the Raiders was an anomaly. The game against the Chiefs, it was an anomaly, but they still hadn't kind of meshed yet. Now, if they played the Chiefs, I'd be interested to see what that would look like. But I just, I really think that this Ravens team can compete. It's just they're going to need to get their heads out of their asses in a sense, and they're going to need to be able to compete, and they're going to need to be able to go with what brought them to the dance, not steer away from that kind of stuff.
And Fernando, to make one more point on this Ravens offense, I wrote about Derrick Henry being MVP. It comes out tomorrow, promo for myself. But I kind of had a line there that people might make fun of me for, where I said, for the first time in the Lamar Jackson era, he has a true offense. And yeah, he won the MVP last year. He won the MVP in 2019. But that was a scripted offense where you need everything to go right. You better run the damn football. If you don't run the football, you got Lamar being the pocket passer, it's not going to work for you. The script doesn't matter for this team. You could be in a shootout with the Bengals. You could fall behind 10 points to the Buccaneers and score in a hurry. That's the whole Derrick Henry effect here. So that's why if he's a quarterback, that's fine too, because you have so many weapons who are thriving off of these looks here. So I think they're different, and I want to see this movie again. And again, I'm getting to the point where I'm actually getting tired of having Mahomes get away with these crappy offenses and winning by 20 to 14 every week. Like, can we put some pressure on the guy and have a shootout here every now and then?
I wonder if the Ravens are gonna panic at the deadline and go get something big to try and match it, because what they don't need.
I don't think so either.
They don't need a receiver because that's not what their offense is. Now, I think that they need to cut down with the defensive penalties. That's one thing that I think has been hurting them.
Defense is not that good, actually.
No, they maybe could a Marshawn Lattimore maybe help that team, or losing Patrick Queen? Losing Patrick Queen hurt.
Yeah,
because Patrick Queen is he's been really good.
Don't talk about the Saints, by the way. That team does not get it. They re-signed Alvin Kamara today. What the hell are they doing?
Oh, I know. I
Blow
don't
it
get
up already.
All right, let's bring in the guys first. Before that, Blue Dream. What we really need is for Gilberto to ditch that horrendous hat. I've never seen an expansion franchise choose such a horrible design from the jump like
What?
the Kraken. They lap the Commanders.
That's the reason why I got the hat. It's the Cholo S. When you have a textbook and you do the S back in my day, you know, I did it all day.
Gilberto got it for a different reason.
Yeah, because I also support NHL hockey coaches.
Sure. Athir said Chiefs fans can enjoy this ride. When Coach Reed leaves, your superstar quarterback will never play in the Super Bowl again. You should ask Tyler Dragon about that. All right. Jorge, don't you remember the S you used to put on the textbooks?
He's too young, and maybe I think people are my age.
He probably forgot about it. All right.
I'm showing my age.
Vic, can you change? Oh, actually, I got it. Boom. Oh, shoot. No. Damn it. My bad, Vic. Can you do that? I apologize. And while we're doing that, let us bring in these guys and see how they're doing.
Can't believe you don't like the logo. Come on.
Did you have a nice weekend?
Yes.
What's your fantasy record?
I am 9-5, I think, something like that, because we use the weekend in our league. So yeah, doing pretty good. I have Nico Collins on my bench. I mean on IR, and I have Hawkinson coming back this week. But I have a good roster.
Two good pickups.
Yeah.
Gilbert, what's your record?
Don't ask me. I'm gonna give up on that league. I'm like in last place, I think, or second to last.
We can't. You're on mute.
I'm on Mandalorian.
Here we go.
There we go.
What do you see? What do you say? What do you know? God, I am just in the shitter, as you can tell. I'm like that old Webb Pierce song right now. There stands the glass that will ease all my pain, that will settle my brain. It's my first one today. There stands the glass that will hide all my fears.
Mute this guy.
Will drown all my tears. Brother, I'm on my way. I hate this team. I hate this franchise. I hate everything. I hate everybody.
I love the energy.
Shut up, idiot! Who did you pick?
I'm an energy vampire. Give me more.
Who did you pick, Gilberto?
You guys know who I picked.
The Cardinals?
No, I picked the damn Chargers. That's why.
Everybody on What's Up Bulls was calling that out, and they knew it.
Hey, honestly,
by the way, I want.
Let me say this real quick, Fernando. Since you started asking me on Monday nights who I'm picking, I haven't won a Monday night game since that week, so I'm like on a good 3-week losing streak. So there you go. You're welcome, Chargers fans.
There you go.
I got both of them wrong too yesterday. The Buccaneers are my other pick.
Oh yeah.
You know what's the other? You know what's the other part that we don't realize right now? Not only is the great city of Houston flooded, or it has hurricanes and stuff like that all the time, it also suffers from the Gilberto curse. Not only is their town ruined, but now their team has to
every week I pick the
also.
Chiefs and they win the Super Bowl every year too. So whatever.
Shut up.
That's probably the one pick I got right last week.
About the sun. Shut up.
That's a good reference. Yeah, the sun rises every day. Okay, fine.
Dan, since you're the one going right now, why don't you give us your week 7 takeaway?
My week 7 takeaway. I am so tired of these idiot writers coming up with false narratives and stories.
There you go.
I saw some idiot put Mahomes playing at an MVP level. 2 picks in the game.
Don't twist
what do
my
you have?
words. I didn't say that.
I reclaim my time, Senator.
MVP
I reclaim
level.
my time. Mr. Chairman, I reclaim my time. You know, he's over here. Shout out. One of these days.
You're like Trump, man. You're giving out fake news. That's why people hate me.
I don't know. Let me tell you something. They tell me all the time. They tell me. I don't say it, but they say, Gilberto, what a curse, that guy. He's the worst.
Oh, yeah.
The worst.
Pretty
You're
good.
like, I can't do the Shane Gillis voice right now. Dude, could you imagine that ticket? We'd end up debating ourselves instead of our
Yeah. I guess I'll be Kamala here, apparently.
No, you can aim
Cracking
higher.
hat.
It's okay. You can aim higher. Anyway.
Hey, Gilbert, just stay away from couches,
There
okay?
you go. Anyway, I can't believe this MVP level is getting talked about. You keep the guy in the pocket. He's worse than he ever has been. Threw 2 picks on Sunday. I think he threw for less than 200 yards, but
Yeah.
only when my quarterback throws for less than 200 yards, all of a sudden we're having a
Well,
problem.
the difference
I got-
one wins.
Excuse me, sir. I reclaim my time. I reclaim my time.
Let him
6-0.
talk,
The
Gilbert.
thing you forget, sir, I've been saying this since my boy entered this league. How many head coaches has Justin Herbert had?
I lost track. 3. There you go.
Thank you. How many offensive coordinators has he had?
I forgot 4 or 5.
Exactly. How many head coaches has that moron in Missouri had? 1 and a Hall of Famer. How many offensive coordinators? Let's be real. Bieniemy was there as a figurehead.
Technically one. Technically
One.
Oh, well, yeah, technically one. Technically one. Sorry.
He's
sorry.
calling the plays.
Continuity, vision, head coaching
I heard
matters
the
in
enemy
this
was
league.
calling the play.
Oh,
Matters in this league. You
Where's
can have
he?
the best athletes. Oh, they're struggling over there at UCLA, I guess. Isn't that funny? He goes
that's
to
cool in
college.
LA.
He goes to college and he still can't be a head coach. That was kind of the funny part that I took from that. But again, head coaching matters. They're the best athletes on the world on the planet. You can tell coaching matters in the NFL. You got to have the right guys in there with the right vision and everything else. That's why I hate the comparison, but whatever. It's a argument for a different day. But my boy all of a sudden slings it for under less than 200. I have meetings and comments and people asking questions about statistics, as if this guy is worried about that. He's worried about winning. Anyway, now you got me on all sides. He's not an MVP, never has been, never will be.
I know you have me on notifications on X or Twitter, but stop just reading the tweet. I'm not writing those tweets. I'm not saying he's an MVP level. I said that based on your definition of what MVP is, go off with the 3 words: most valuable player. You take
Low bar, buddy. That's a low bar.
Or if you take away Mahomes, they're not going to win 6 games. Let's be real. Like they're winning those games. What? You put any other quarterback, they're not going to be undefeated. Obviously, the defense helps us. I was going to say a lot.
I really hate that I can't run the simulation with you. I'm willing to bet they win more than 6 games.
I said there's 2 criteria: either the team with the quarterback on a good team with great stats, and then a quarterback that's just very valuable. Like honestly, you're going to ask me Jared Goff or Mahomes, who's more valuable? Obviously, it's going to be Mahomes, more valuable. But who's playing better? Jared Goff right now. I gave you 2 situations, 2 different quarterbacks, and you focus on the Chiefs. Why are you just going for that? You fell for my clickbait, and that's why I'm well compensated, like Mike Tomlin, when it comes to making decisions. So I chose right. People click the story, but obviously he's not my.
I refuse to click because I knew that was going to be manure. Your honor, as evidence.
Give me the clicks so I can
as
look
evidence.
at my stats. Come on, man. And Derrick Henry's my MVP right now. So get out of here.
Tweet by Sports Illustrated: Patrick Mahomes and Jared Goff both made MVP statements in different fashions on Sunday.
Different.
On Sunday, with that performance, 2 interceptions, less than 200 yards throwing. Okay, let's look at the next little paragraph. They do a nice little thing where they indent it to make it clean. What does it say? Oh yeah, here's the handle at GMonzana24. Scumbag analyzes what we learned during the NFL's Week 7 action. So let me ask you, ladies and gentlemen of the jury and the court, what does the top paragraph tell you? It's a summary of what the story is going to be about. Let's be real.
Man, you're worse than the Menendez lawyer. Get out of here. Come on.
Oh, wow, that's kind of sexy. You want to both women?
No. Refer to the hat. I'm good.
This is my get out of jail free card.
Get out of here.
Why?
And
Isn't it
cool
a men's
logo.
league? Isn't it a men's league?
Hey, we appreciate it.
Brock. Shout out, Brock.
Thank you.
That's my boy. That's my dog.
Getting paid to debate Dan and Daygo here.
Oh, no, more like getting paid to get massacred by Dan and Daygo.
Okay.
You're just like, you remember that old SmackDown versus Raw when you'd make your character and you'd show the finishers on the red dummy and the red dummy just gets beat up?
Just practice your finisher all the time. Okay.
Thier says Vic is having a great.
Oh yeah, this is the best part of doing this show. Honestly, is having the 4 of us.
Dan is the definition of aura.
Do the Hulk Hogan.
All right. Are you 2 done so that Vic can start with his?
Yes.
I mean, how do I follow that up? Like, how do I go about this?
I was just firing from the hip.
Yes, for me, it's
Can't do that.
teams with young quarterbacks are shortcutting instant success, and I kind of talked about it on House of Horns, and you're kind of starting to see it with the Rams and some of the teams around the league. We talked about the Texans last this you guys talked about it actually on Lunas Live, and I think part of it is when you hit on a top five quarterback. You mentioned Justin Herbert. I think a lot of these teams are shortcutting their success because they hit on the quarterback and they're like, okay, we need to hurry up and get through this rookie we need to get him weapons through before this rookie contract runs out. You're starting to see it with Jaden Daniels. You're starting to see it with CJ Stroud. CJ Stroud is good, but there's also that offensive line is just terrible. You're starting to see some of the other teams that are shortcutting their success. You want to build it the right way. And one of the things that I've taken, from the conversation you guys had earlier with the Chargers is, you bring offensive linemen in and they're doing it the right way. You need to continue to build to protect that quarterback. And I think a lot of teams are not doing that. I like what Chicago did with Caleb Williams, but that offensive line is still not good. They're still going to have problems going forward. Jaden Daniels, as we had the conversation on House of Horns, is like they could be someone that could be in to go get Cooper Kupp. But the problem is you have players there already that are doing really good. Help them out by building some of that defensive of line. Also help them with that defense, which is what Dan Quinn does. And so I just feel like one of the things I took away from this weekend was like seeing how TJ Stroud played. Is part of it is because a lot of these teams are shortcutting their success. They're trying to go for that instant success and thinking, "Hey, this is the way." We're in that Super Bowl. We're in the Super Bowl window now. And as we said with Joe Burrow, like he hasn't been back. We're still waiting for him. They could have gone and gotten Sanu. What was his name? Sanu Pugh, the offensive lineman. They went and drafted him instead of getting and they got what is his name? Why am I tripping on his name? But the Bengals went with the receiver there.
Jamar Chase?
Yeah,
Oh,
Jamar
Panay
Chase.
Sewell and
Sewell,
Yeah,
Jamar
Panay
Chase.
Sewell.
Yeah,
And look
yeah.
at what the Lions did. They did not, just go with their instant success. They went and they built this team the right way. Yes, do they still have problems on that defense? Yes, but they were able to draft well, and they got Jared Goff guys who they can build around in the future. I know a lot of people, kind of gave them grief for getting a running back and a linebacker in the first two rounds, but they've been able to
The
kind of
stooge on the top left.
yeah, they've been able to do well because of it. So for me, it's like we have to keep an eye on these top five picks that hit the quarterbacks, because I feel like a lot of these teams are gonna panic and they're gonna, especially with the instant success they're gonna have, they're gonna try and build a Super Bowl team ahead of time and not looking towards the future when they can be better.
Well, I don't know. I don't even know if the Bengals is a good situation, Victor, because they went to a Super Bowl. Like that's the goal there. But I'm with you on CJ Stroud because I thought he's going to be such a great quarterback where no way they could screw this up, and they are. It's not a good offensive line. The play calling is terrible. So there is something there where teams wanted the second. Maybe that's where the example started out when they saw Joe Burrow go to a Super Bowl. Cool. How can we streamline this very quickly with the rookie contract? Brock Purdy being a rookie contract, they haven't won crap either. The 49ers. So maybe there's something where people are doing this, but I don't know. I get tired of these quarterback debates because like until the Chiefs start winning it, what the hell? Like you don't have Patrick Mahomes on your roster. Sorry, Dan, I'm going to piss you off again. But until Baker Mayfield won the Super Bowl, until Sam Darnold wins the Super Bowl, these middle guys, can they do it? Jared Goff being another one. Lamar Jackson hasn't won it either. He's a two-time MVP. So it's just tough to figure out one way to do it. But I think you're right. They're not doing the rookie quarterbacks a service by having their cheat their way to their fast track. What did it say? Gilberto should get a pie to the face every time someone donates. Why not Dan? This guy's supporting a middling team like the Chargers for so many years. He's a clown here, not me.
Oh my God. You're a jackass for that. No, what we should do, every win that the Vikings have, we should pie his face.
Hey, they lost.
After
Hey,
3.
finally break the glass here because I
Dude,
was
are
right.
you kidding
They're
me?
fun.
You almost cursed my Lions too.
They won.
They
the
only
game.
won by a point.
They won.
2 points.
But yeah, I showed you guys. Finally, the Vikings are not good.
After one game.
What an idiot. Finally, they're playing one of the best teams in the NFC. What are you talking
Hey,
about?
either you win or you don't. What are we doing here?
Oh my God. Now all of a sudden he's worried about win-loss record for now.
Bronny's in the
I
game.
can't believe
apparently.
they're about to bring this little bum into the game.
Who cares?
I'm
Basketball's
surprised
a
you guys
fake
even
sport
care
anyway.
about this. I didn't even have the TV
Who
on.
cares? Basketball's stupid. It's not the same anymore. Men don't play in that league anymore. It is what it is.
And somebody, I won't say the name, is asking you if you want Cooper Cup.
No, he has injuries. I don't think he would be any good. I would rather go get a young guy. This is what I said yesterday. I don't know what you guys think. Right now, okay, you have to maximize the fact that Harbaugh just switched from NFL to college, right? At the college level, he's going to know a lot of these draft picks in the next 4 years. They have to maximize that. So my whole thing is, I know they're just going to sit. They're going to sit and wait, and I don't think they're going to trade anything. Whereas in years past, Telesco would do that, hit on absolutely zero of them. Whereas hopefully now, because he has that experience, he knows a lot of them. He's recruited them since high school. He'll be able to hit on a lot of those. So I don't think they're going to trade for anybody, honestly, just my opinion. They're going to try and get, how can I say this as delicately as possible? Some of these receivers, their heads out of their rear ends and, the linemen to get their head out of the sand. So I think they're going to ride it out this year. I think this year's a tryout. It was funny, Gilberto, you mentioned, I think, a tank earlier about it. And that's why I said yesterday, I was like, overreaction Monday. F it. Don't win another game. Just tank. Let's go get another.
He wants Travis Hunter.
No, I don't. Let's get a center guard or a receiver or something.
You're going to tank for a center?
Are you kidding me? If it's the second coming of Jeff Saturday or somebody like that, yeah, I would.
Reed Humphrey?
Yeah, and Jorge's expecting a beautiful song.
Gilberto Manzano. Gilberto Manzano.
The Vikings lost.
Is an absolute
right.
I need to find out a song what rhymes with curse, and then I'll figure it out.
All right, let us move on. And I do agree with Vic. And the problem is that
you want my real thoughts?
No. Brock had a good one. Hot take for a center.
Do it. If the guy chews dip in practice and has a mullet, that's our guy.
I'm gonna write about that one day.
Two of the top centers that were drafted are doing really good. The one with the
Yeah.
Steelers, and I forget who the other one is, but
Oh, that's the other thing. The Steelers have been pissing me off. I need them to tank.
Oh, Russell Wilson. Russell Wilson. No.
Look at him. He's a fan.
I knew it was they're the same guy. Danger, dude. I saw a tweet about Russell Wilson that was hilarious. They were like, they pulled up one of his interviews, quote tweeted it, and they're like, "If AI was a football player," it's like as cringiest things ever, dude.
I do agree with Vic though, and the thing is, when you have early success, that's what tends to happen. The Washington Redskins did that with RG3 a couple years ago.
The team that must not be named.
When they found that early success, they did the same thing. The Colts did the same thing with Andrew Luck in a sense, where they didn't get that offensive line fixed up, and they thought, "Oh, Andrew can carry us. We can go get other positions." That happens, and that tends to happen, and that's why I think when we look at like a team like the Chargers, I think he's trying to, do it the way that he knows how to do it. Build that offensive line, protect the quarterback, and then let's go moving forward. And I actually think that that's a positive. The only problem is that obviously the interior is not meshing with the tackles. So that's kind of the problem there. But I totally agree with Vic. And the problem is that you taste a little bit of success when you're one of these teams and you're like, okay, we got to go now. And that's why they went to go get Joe Mixon. That's why they went to go get Stephon Diggs instead of thinking, you know what? How's our interior? How's our how is our offensive line doing? What else can we go get? And it's not just the Texans, every other team. So
what more evidence do you need than when the Broncos won the Super Bowl with Peyton Manning with no arm? Great offensive line, great run game, even better defense. That's all you need. All
And-
you need at the helm is a
and
guy
going
who
back
knows
to
how to
what-
get you in the right spot.
And going back to what Vic was saying, if anything, and I know this would have been probably a terrible get in a sense, but the Bears could have gone Caleb Williams and then an offensive lineman with that pick, and they decided no, let's go get a flashy receiver, which in a couple maybe Roma Dunze is going to be a great receiver, but you went with the two sexy picks when you needed tackle help, you needed interior help, and that offensive line. That's why I'm saying, like, right now they're 4-2, but it's a kind of a fraudulent 4-2 where let's see what's going to happen when they go up against some of these better defenses.
And they hadn't even played one team in the NFC North yet.
Yeah,
Don't say that.
yeah.
Don't say that. Gilberto's going to get nervous.
I have a question. I have one more question. I have a question for Dan, and you know, this has to do with offensive linemen. Are the offensive linemen that are coming out of college, do you think they're well developed, or do you have to develop them when they get to the NFL? Because that's the other thing, is you can draft them, but can you develop them?
Yeah, that's the biggest thing, right? Because I think, like anything, I think the college game is getting just as bad as the NFL, because it's not about teaching football IQ. It's not about having a program. It's all about what can I do to win now and make it as simple as possible. That's why you see a lot of these guys struggle at the next level, because they can't put it together at a more complex and deeper level, right? This is almost like, what the hell's the name of that stupid thing? Is it Dante's Inferno, where there's multiple layers? The further you go playing football, the deeper you're going to go into those layers, right? And the last one, which is in the NFL, is always going to be the hardest. So that's why, at the college level, there are a lot of good athletes. Obviously, they play well, they do their job, but they're not. It's a little bit different when they switch to the NFL, obviously, because of the complexity and everything else. Now, obviously, when they get to the NFL, you still have to develop them, because number one, it's a different game speed, right? It's like going from JV to varsity. Different game speed you got to get used to. Different body types you have to get used to. Like, you pull a guy from the Pac-10 who's never played in the SEC. That's going to be a little bit of a culture shock right there. Same thing, even SEC guys when they make it to the NFL. And so you always have to develop them, especially to understand the offense, understand what's going on, understand their job, understand their quick answers when things look different, right? Because pre-snap to post-snap, completely different story, right? Defensive coordinators are getting smarter. So, yeah, 100%. You always have to develop offensive linemen. Like, that's why you want to pick the brainiacs who have the physicality. Because sometimes one or the other, you have to for sure pick people who are physical, because physicality is not really something you can teach. You got to have that switch that says, I'm a caveman, I'm going to swing my club, and I'm going to beat the hell out of somebody. So
I always go back to practice time. There's not enough practice time in the NFL. People want to go home early and rest their bodies.
They want to get paid just as much, if not more. That's my favorite
exactly.
part.
Yeah, go home early
Gilbert,
and play the game.
And do you think there's going to be more fans, since you're going to be at the game, Vikings fans and then Rams fans at SoFi?
Yeah, I think so. I don't think Vikings fans get enough credit, but they definitely are all around the country, especially in sunny locations like LA, because of the snowbirds. It's freaking cold in Minnesota. But yeah, they're definitely they don't get enough credit like the Bears or the Packers or the Steelers like that. They're not, or even the Raiders, but like they were definitely around here in LA. There's a bunch of like Vikings bars too out here.
Yeah. No, they always travel well, and they're going to start their chant. So we'll see. Yeah, exactly. All right, let's go to Compas.
We should march Gilberto through the stadium with his take on.
I would have done it. I would have arrived to LA and 6.
He says it now, but let's see if he really would have done it.
What are you really doing at 5-1?
The Raiders travel well minus Vegas. All right.
Yeah, there you go.
Let's go to the Compas NFL Power Rankings. Gilberto, start us off.
Yeah, can you pull up there you go, because I have a new number one, believe it or not. It's not the MVP.
God dang it.
It's not Patrick Mahomes. 6-0.
Dang
the
it.
last team undefeated in the NFL, because that offense is horrendous right now. The MVP though. But give me the Lions number one. First game without Aiden Hutchinson, and you passed with flying colors. They were set up to lose that game. Vikings on a bye week. Vikings at home. You don't have your star edge rusher there. You fall behind 10 points. You get the fumble there in Montgomery, and you still rally. My other MVP, Jared Goff. So that is not probably the best offense in the NFL, better than the Ravens. Yeah, I said it. Good running game. They can beat you in so many ways. Fernando said it on Lunes Live too. Brian Branch definitely stepped up to be a playmaker on the defense. So Yeah, they have experience from last year. They're gritty. They're tough. Oh, they got the hug, middle, chest, and capital, number one. So if the Lions and the Chiefs play each other right now, I think the Lions will win. They have everything. So give me the Chiefs number 2. It's just a very dominant defense. That's the best defense in the NFL. I don't care. Somebody else made the Steelers. No, I don't care. We can't even name that many defenses because it's an offensive league. In this era, the Chiefs still find a way to deal with Spags. They're hire the freaking guy to end the dynasty here. I'm trying to help you guys here. Hire the guy. And the Ravens number 3. I really was impressed with the way they beat down the Buccaneers. The Vikings, even though they lost, they were very impressive in a slugfest. I hate the term heavyweight because it's not boxing. You don't play boxing, but it felt like a big time slugfest there. Number 5. I'm sorry, Dan, but the Packers are deep. They're loaded, complete team. But their biggest weakness might be Jordan Love's ball security. He's very good, elite passer, but sometimes he has knucklehead issues there for him making bad throws. So that's the only weakness there. But number 5 are the Packers.
Has Detroit not suffered enough? They were the richest city in the 60s. Now there's blocks. Now, because the car industry. Now there's blocks of,
history teacher.
Random boarded up homes.
All right, Vic, go ahead.
Population is growing though.
And all of a sudden they're good, and Gilberto just has to curse.
Oh yeah, they're gonna.
Gilberto saying that because Lizzo walked into Detroit. What an ass.
Wait, what? What are you talking about?
He said the population's growing, and I said that's because Lizzo.
Speaking of Lizzo, you guys been watching the new season of Love Is Blind? There's a woman there.
Oh, really? Is there a new season? No, I haven't.
Have you been watching?
No.
We hadn't even talked about it. Come on, fellas. I know it's football season for you, but yeah.
Football season. All right, Vic, go ahead.
All right, mine is the Chiefs, as Gilbert mentioned. I mean, for me, the Chiefs are number 1 until they lose. The Lions, as you talked about as well. I mean, what they showed against the Vikings, offensively and defensively, that was a really good game for them. The Ravens are coming, man. Like, as you guys had that discussion, that was a great discussion by you guys. My only concern with them, you guys didn't bring up, was Zach Orr. Their defensive coordinator. He's super young. I just think that he still needs some time to kind of get that defense going. And as Fernando brought up, they really need some corners. If Stevens is out, they're gonna suffer there with their secondary. Vikings number 4, and then
Humphrey went out also.
Humphrey got hurt. Yeah, he had 2 picks yesterday. He got hurt.
Yeah. So 2 guys there, they're gonna really need that secondary to get healthy. And then for me, the Bills, I like what I've seen from them. They'll get their linebacker Mike Milano soon, and I'm sticking with the Bills here. I like what I see, so I'm putting them number 5.
Play the Titans, Vic. Come on.
So in other words, Gilberto's trying to pick a fight with the great people of Buffalo, who I love. Bills Mafia, shout out.
Oh yeah.
He's trying to pick a fight with the great people. Oh man, play the sound.
You wouldn't catch me in Buffalo.
You got it?
Yeah. Play the sound.
They lost.
The great people in Minnesota. He's just trying to pick fights with everyone. You already heard him.
Well, maybe the Rams win on Thursday.
He wouldn't stop to take a piss in any of those states. He just said it. Absolutely crazy.
No, I've been in Minneapolis. I enjoy Minneapolis. All right.
All right.
Well, Theo wants to know if I watch football. I don't. I'm just here. I just produce a show, guys. I'm sorry.
What's mine? Oh,
I got you. Hold on.
Thank you. Okay. I went Chiefs, Lions. Oh, did I go Texans? No.
This is not updated.
Yeah, that's why I asked.
No, I did update it.
I'm like, the Texans.
The Texans. That's why I asked.
Don't even get me started. This freaking
hold on.
curve.
We'll get to you. I went Chiefs, Lions, Ravens, Packers, and there was somebody else that I had gone with. I can't remember. Who?
Vikings, Bills, no?
No. Oh, there was another team. Who did they? They played the Packers.
Commanders, maybe.
No,
come on! I don't think you believe in the Commanders, crazy.
They're second place in the NFC.
NFC what? East? Wow, the Cowboys.
Let us go now. Okay, that's the.
Yeah, before we get to bottom, here are the Compas power rankings according to what we went with.
Shout out.
Thank you, Jorge.
All right. Let us go now to Dan's bottom 5. Dan, go ahead.
I'm tired of the Chiefs. I forgot who they played. Oh, they played the 49ers. absolute terrible. I'm sure there were missed calls. I mean, why not? It just doesn't surprise me anymore. You know what I'm saying? The second one's the Niners, absolute frauds. I'm tired of them. I never want to hear the word Brock Purdy or any of these morons ever again. There's only one Brock in my life, and that's my boy. That's my boy. Who else do I have? The Bucks. They screwed me because they lost to the Ravens in my picks. My picks were ass this weekend. All these teams.
Oh, you weren't the worst. We'll get to that. Don't worry.
The Ravens, someone was getting all excited earlier today because they were winning and blah, blah, blah. I said, yeah, they'll be cute in the regular season, losing the first round. Big whoop. Not even worried
Derrick
about
Henry,
it.
come on.
The Jets, don't even get me started. I wanted Dr. Aaron Rodgers from ayahuasca, and I got, the creepy, what was that commercial? The creepy what version? Was it satellite versus cable or something?
That's right.
Oh, yeah,
I forgot.
yeah.
I can't remember. Damn it. That would have been a good joke, but whatever. It's just stupid mistakes. Honestly, they should have beat the stupid Steelers. They're also on my list. I got a bet riding on that.
Did you see that video of the Adams highlights from?
Oh, was it just tackling him or what?
No, it was. Yeah, that was it. It was him coming out and then him making the tackle, and that was it.
Yeah. Anyway, the other one's the Texans. Stupid Gilberto and his curses.
Don't blame
because they failed. What are you talking about? You
blame
picked him.
that coaching staff.
You
That was
kept
the
saying-
most cowardice performance I've ever seen. They sat on the ball at the end.
Brown, what did he keep saying all season so far
My
up to week
Texans.
6? My Texans.
Yeah,
My
Texans.
Texans.
I just saw D'Amico Ryan sit on the ball like he thought he had something there. Get out of They blew that game.
Get out of here. Get out of here. Your Texans are
It
cursed.
was set up
I
for
hate
them to
this
win
thing.
that game. Just
Don't even
freaking.
tell me. It was set up for me to win last night. It didn't happen.
Okay.
All right.
Call
Let
of
us
Duty
go
comes out in 4 days, 3 days. We couldn't have just sent him home early.
All right. Let us go now with let's go with picking our NFL games
Yeah.
occurring. Last week, Victor Producer goes 5-1. Dan and Daygo goes 3-3. I go 2-4. Gilberto
Oh,
goes
this is
2-4.
better than I thought. He's in the
No.
basement.
It was rough.
All right, let's go with our picks.
Should have taken the Steelers, man.
You're the
By the way,
season-
Vic just picked the opposite of all of us. And
Yeah.
that's why he got to 5-1.
Hey, I'm
Dan
back
and
in
Vic-
first place, baby.
Dan
Are
and
you
Vic
really?
are tied
No,
at 19
Where?
and 13.
Oh, yeah, I see
Gilberto 17 and 15. I am 15 and 17.
Okay, hold on. What are we going to make the loser do this year? This has got to be the
Nothing.
new tradition.
No, we can't just start that all of a sudden nowhere.
Yeah, we can. It's right now.
Oh, yeah, because you're in the first place right now.
What are you talking about? I could easily lose this. Don't you forget there's like 2 more months. This isn't baseball.
That's true.
They don't play 100, 200 games.
Oh, well,
in
Gilberto started off hot last year, and then he kind of cooled down. And then
Yeah,
it was
I was in
remember-
first place.
Like, didn't the
Yeah, he's
cat
like
beat
10
you?
and
Didn't the
2
cat
to
beat
begin
you?
the season.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who?
But he cursed
Gilbert was
himself.
10 and 2.
He
Oh,
cursed
yeah.
himself.
I don't know. We
All
should
right.
find something though. Nothing too wild.
Thank
though.
you,
No.
Boltillo. Yeah, no, it's not embarrassing. It doesn't have to be anything. Thank you, Boltillo. Gilberto always
No, wait,
picks the favorites.
I'm the one that has
That's all
the
he
most
does.
cojones here. I choose all the upsets. Get out. That's why I'm in the middle. Come on.
Isn't this guy the same one who
How
cheerleads?
dare you?
Well, I'm in the bottom, so obviously
to
I
Nick,
choose,
right?
I choose more upsets.
You just picked your favorite teams, then. Get out of here. It's either the
So?
Lions or the team against the Packers. That's it.
I have to. I'm a man of principle, if
All right.
nothing else.
All right, let's start it off. Falcons at Buccaneers. Holy crap. I'm going to go with the Bucks. Dan, go ahead.
Yeah, give me the Bucks at home. They better not screw this up again.
Gilberto.
You guys not see the injuries there to the wide receivers? Give me the
Yeah, I was
Falcons
gonna
here.
say. Yeah, give me the
Whose
Falcons
injuries?
too.
Mike
Who's in
Evans
The-
and
Mike
Godwin.
Evans and Chris Godwin are
They're gonna
out.
have you and Little Daniel at wide receiver for the Buccaneers.
Don't put that stooge and my name in the same sentence. That
Go with
guy
the
has
slot.
that guy has zero athletic. That guy has zero athletic. Hey, that's not a bad one actually. Oh, not 24 hours, dumbass. But that guy has zero athletic. What's it called?
Straight away,
Ability in his body.
All right. Eagles at Bengals. Give me the Bengals. Gilbert.
Eagles at Bengals. I've been
Yeah.
liking the Eagles just because people don't like Sirianni, but I'm gonna go with the Bengals at home.
Vic.
Give me the Bengals in this game. I like what I've seen the last couple of weeks. Joe Burrow is starting to play better, and that defense has actually been better. I know they haven't played good, like really good
They've-
teams, but
They've added, they've gotten their defensive lineman back.
They barely beat the Browns, so I don't know.
Dan.
Since I'm a dog.
Sirianni guy.
It's gonna be, when you put the pot in the flour in the pot. No, I can't even do it. But I'm gonna take. Give me the Eagles. Give me the Eagles. I'll take the road. I'll take the Road Warriors because I'm
All
not
right.
afraid to pick
Oh,
underdogs.
okay.
Shoot.
So far, I'm 2 for 2 on favorites.
Bills at Seahawks.
Oh,
man.
okay.
Did you pick Fernando? Sorry, I
Yeah,
just want to.
I went with the Bengals.
Okay, cool.
Boltillo. Exactly, Boltillo. You can't change that thing now.
Bills at Seahawks. Bills at Seahawks. Bills at Seahawks.
It's not a Monday night game, so you're okay.
Bills at Seahawks.
We need to make a Gilberto Kerr shirt. I need to think of something.
I'm gonna go with the Seahawks. Gilbert.
They were a little impressive, but I think they're frauds. They're both frauds here, Bills and the Seahawks. But I'll go with the Bills here.
Damn it,
Vic.
I'm gonna go with the Bills. I know I've gone 3 for 3 here, but I'll pick one of the underdogs later on.
Dog too.
Yeah, you both need dogs. Yeah, give me the Bills.
All right.
Frown, so you have a dog, right? This is your dog?
Yeah.
Okay, so both of them need dogs.
That's been your
okay.
dog too, actually.
Bears at Commanders, but I probably wouldn't have picked them last week.
Oh yeah, Daniels is hurt.
Is he hurt? He's not playing?
I think he might, but I think that's why the Lions Bears as a favorite. I thought you were gonna be my dog here, but never mind.
Yeah, no.
I'll
Who are you gonna pick?
I'll go Commanders.
Okay.
Vic,
he might play.
I'll go Bears here.
Dan.
Hold on, let Gilberto pick first.
All right, Gilberto.
I got the Bears. I thought they were gonna be dogs here, but I forgot about the injury.
Yeah, that's the only thing. I'm worried about.
I think they were blowing him out, and they said, "You know what? Rest him." Don't
What
let him
was
get
it,
back
though?
into the game."
Yeah.
What was it? What was the injury?
Ribs injury.
Ribs.
Oh, if
Herbert play. I was gonna say
this guy better not be soft. Give me the Commanders. Even though we got the running back out there with the sister-in-law and the cold, so the tic-tacking.
Oh, I actually like.
No one saw that, Doc? Was that just me?
I saw it.
Dan Ditka.
Shout out. I'll start smoking cigars on the show one of these days.
All right, last one. Cowboys at 49ers.
Oh, damn
Gilberto
it.
picking the underdog Mission Impossible. You got it. Do you have a dog? You don't have a dog
Well,
yet.
yeah, that's why
This is where I'm gonna go.
This is what I get here. I'll be quick. I'm the Cowboys. I need a dog here. Damn it.
Dan, did I say Gilberto go first?
I don't think so. Did you? I don't think I heard that. That's kind of crazy.
All right. Whatever.
Vic, go ahead.
Give me the Cowboys. This will be my dog.
Dan.
If the Niners lose this, I swear to God, they need to close their doors and just not play another game. They need to send Brock
Nick,
Purdy
to
back
you?
to Iowa. If they don't, send me Bosa though. I'll take him. Send me Bosa.
I'll go out on a limb. I'll say 49ers win this.
Oh, yeah. Go on a limb.
Yeah. What the heck? They don't have
Cowboys
Brandon
stink,
Ayuk.
too.
Debo Samuel's in the hospital. Like, what are we talking about?
Did you see that meme of I guess Forrest Gump? You know how Lieutenant Dan is at the hospital and Forrest Gump's at the hospital?
Yeah.
That's Debo and Brandon Ayuk right now, apparently.
Oh my.
All right.
I guess Brandon Ayuk has been asked since he got signed, right?
You got them. That's why you get the contract before you play.
So stupid.
all right. Last but not least, let us go quickly with
There you go.
Burial of the Week. And Vic.
Get into this here. I've been wanting to talk some Dodgers here. Yankees.
Oh God, baseball.
Yeah. People complaining
World
about the
Series.
Dodgers Yankees World Series. Like, I'm starting to see this everywhere about how the MLB forced this on us and how like they make sure that the Dodgers and Yankees make the World Series because you had a terrible World Series ratings last season. And I just come on, we finally get a Dodgers Yankees World Series for the first time since 1981. I'm pumped for this. I have no faith. If I'll be honest, I've whenever I have conversations with people and they ask me about the Dodgers, I say I just don't have any faith in the Dodgers winning the World Series just because we've seen this team for a while, but it's shaping up to be a great World Series. You have Ohtani, you have Betts, and then on the other side you have Aaron Judge, and you have Juan Soto. I know there's a lot of
JC's
Padre
boy.
fans that are not happy.
That's JC's boy.
Yeah, Juan Soto?
Former
Yeah.
Padre. I know that.
And what do you think about that? JC loving Juan
Oh,
Soto.
he couldn't have taken that Padre jersey fast enough off to put on a Soto New York jersey. It was crazy. Absolutely crazy.
Yeah,
my bad, Vic. Go ahead.
No. You guys are good. Yeah, and I mean that trade was it helped both teams out. I mean, I'm naming my daughter.
I appreciate the
Daniela?
compliment. I
Daygo?
appreciate the compliment.
Dan, did you see what a certain person put about Yankees Dodgers?
I
What is it?
ignore the stupidity coming from that moron up north.
But I'm excited for this World Series. I'm happy that we're getting it. I think it's going to be a ratings bonanza for Fox. I'm happy that they're going to put this game on Fox and not on FS1. I don't understand. Hopefully, they don't move it to FS1 for the Masked Singer, as we saw last week during the NLCS. But yeah, like I think one other thing I wanted to mention here, in terms of people complaining, this is going to be a big tell whether the young fans are into this series, because baseball is an older, older age game. More of the older audience gets to watch this. They'll watch this World Series. I'm one of them, and so some of the younger viewers, it's been hard for them to get into baseball, and it's been a little bit more fast paced now with a lot of the rules. So we'll get to see whether how well this World Series does. I like the fact that they decided not to have this World Series go up against football. They make sure that they're not playing on Sunday or on Thursday. So big ups to MLB for doing that and getting smart about making sure that they didn't go up against the NFL.
That's why WWE also switched over to Saturdays, because they didn't want to compete with the NFL, and I think that's smart. That's
Thank God, because then it just ruins my day because I can't watch both.
but you can already tell, like, I don't know how old Blue Dream is, but Jorge's a younger guy, and he hates baseball, or he thinks it sucks.
You want to make baseball better? Let them juice. Let them do drugs. Let them get performance enhancers.
I'm with it. Yeah, why not? Yeah,
Don't
wrestlers
you
can do
remember
it.
the most what'd you say, wrestlers? How dare you?
Yeah,
Did you not see
sorry.
the Basement Man dog?
Yeah, basically, yeah, it was
never-
innocent.
We never gave steroids.
Okay, Blue Dream is a younger guy also, so there you go.
Oh, there you go. What year in the 90s?
90s.
Shout out. Gilberto, I agree with you. Okay.
I'm 89.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, really?
And let them fight hockey style.
The
There you
A's won
go.
the World Series that year. There was an earthquake in San Francisco.
Gilberto,
Mr.
Gilberto,
Steroid.
who do you have in this World Series?
Yeah, let's see
yeah.
some predictions.
Yeah, as a big baseball guy here, I've been a fan of these 2024 Dodgers since October 1st. By the way, who was in the World Series last year? I have no idea. Like
The Rangers, baby.
they won it
Yeah, I'm a Rangers fan.
Yeah, the Rangers won it.
against
I
who?
remember being so happy that the Dodgers won back in 2020, just so that the Masked Singer can come back on and not have to wait another week.
That's another point too from 2020. People like Fernando gave the Dodgers, I guess, an asterisk for winning in
Who
that short
cares?
COVID
Who
season.
cares?
So,
Games.
so if they win it this year, my Dodgers here will, be validated.
All of
You
us-
heard that. You heard that. You heard that.
He switched out the hat. He's fake.
He's just,
Fake.
I've been a fan since
Switched out the
October.
hat.
What are you talking about?
He
I have the
switched out
Dodgers
the hat.
sweeping the Yankees 4-0.
What happened to your Kraken hat, Crazy? I heard a whole lecture about
Well,
how the
it's a-
Cholo S and all this shit.
Yeah.
You should have a show.
The Stanley Cup in October, no, in June, I will be a fan.
Side Crazy. All of a sudden, he's excited.
One thing, Victor, here about the whole FS1 thing, I was talking to my future cuñado, and he was telling me that the Dodgers always get FS1 and the Yankees get Fox. I'm like, I thought the roles shifted. I thought the Dodgers were the more of
It's kind of like
the
how they
World's
do with
team.
the NBA. Is that one network switches like the National League and the
okay.
American League.
I
So
thought
this year it was the National League
Dream.
and then the American League.
I thought because you have Tani, you should put that guy on freaking Fox, but okay, I get it.
Exactly. I don't know
Who
why they brought
cares?
FS1 for the Masked Singer.
Put it behind a paywall so no one has to see this already.
Put it on ESPN Plus, Dan. How about that?
Oh, that was straight, that was straight what's it called? Sean McDermott enthusiast type of behavior over
I
there.
will be canceling. I'll be canceling my ESPN Plus soon.
Yeah, that's
All right, can we
you
get some
did?
predictions, guys? Give us your
Or
predictions.
zero. There you go.
So Gilbert has the Dodgers winning, obviously. Dan, are you going to side with Eddie on this or JC? Which one do you think you're going to side with?
Oh, what? Eddie was picking the Yankees too.
Oh, yeah, he is. My bad.
Yeah,
Okay,
they're
then
both
never
fake.
mind.
No, I'm going
Yeah.
with the Dodgers. Let's go Dodgers.
Hey,
Wow.
No,
Look at
shut
that.
up, Gilberto. Shut up. I'm not
Welcome.
coming with you.
Come on.
No,
What
I have
about
a,
you?
I have a certain kind of skin in the game that I'm not going to say about, but yeah, yeah, Dodgers fine. Whatever, who cares?
Dodgers in 5.
No, I said Dodgers is fine. Who cares? I don't.
I will go Yankees in 6.
I can't
Whoa.
wait to see JC buy a New York Yankees championship T-shirt
And a jersey.
and a jersey. He already has a jersey.
And then Juan Soto's going to leave and go to the Mets or somewhere else.
Going to
in
Dodgers.
the
And then
offseason.
he'll be a Hiat fan. That's what he'll turn into, just like all those LeBron lames.
LeBron sexuals. Go ahead.
I didn't
Vic.
want to go that far.
Well, in our newsletter, I picked the Dodgers to beat the Orioles. Of course, that did not happen, but the Orioles didn't make it. But I'm gonna go with Dodgers in 6. They beat the Mets in 6, and
Oh my
this
God,
will be the
Bolfillo.
yeah. So give me.
Come on.
Damn.
Hey, careful what you wish for. Still early.
You always have 98 World Series there for the Tony Gwynn and the Padres.
What about?
Look at him.
98?
Are you an idiot? They lost.
Yeah, that's all you guys
Or
have.
83. They also went to the World Series.
What else do you really
83.
have in San Diego sports history besides making it to the World Series one time?
This is
Twice, dumbass.
this is why he's done.
Twice?
That's what I'm talking
When was
about.
They
the other
played
time?
in
me
86
ask
and
you guys
84. They
something.
played the Tigers.
Oh,
Let
well,
me ask
losers
you,
twice, I guess.
Fernando.
They
and-
lost to a team in Detroit. Are you shitting me?
Come on, historian. You should know that.
Yeah.
Not about
I had-
baseball.
I wanna ask you guys something, and because we weren't on for a couple weeks, and I saw this during the Padres series versus the Dodgers, but there was there was there was a there I saw a lot of Padres fans saying that this is the type of atmosphere you could have seen if the Chargers had stayed in San Diego. What we
Oh,
saw
God.
against.
I'm
So I
tired of
just
this.
wanted to. I
I'm
just
tired.
wanted to get your thoughts on that.
It's lame horseshit. Because you know what? You know how you create the atmosphere, you win. The problem with the Chargers is not that they're leaving. They were just okay with losing. That was the problem. What happened when you had a coach with vision who was pushing you in the right direction? You fired him and chose the GM. What happened after that? You're still paying for the sins because they've sucked ass since then. That's a decade. That's almost a decade, if not more. When did they fire him? In 08?
No, 07.
That was more than a decade of being average. That's the
And
Chargers' biggest problem.
They interviewed
Being
Rex
average.
Ryan. They interviewed a
3
bunch
and 3.
of great candidates, and then they end up with Norv Turner.
The thing,
Vic,
the thing
honestly,
that
it's-
yeah.
what Dan's saying is true. Like the Padres didn't have all these fans.
Yeah,
Dan,
no,
I
they
used to buy
didn't.
tickets for $2 and go and sit all the way at the bottom of the stadium. Back when they didn't have anything,
Yeah, they
what
couldn't
really
fill it.
helped them start going is with
Peter Seidler. Or
Seidler
Yeah.
buying the team, and then he started investing. I know Padres fans hate Eric Hosmer, but Eric Hosmer was the first domino that kind of fell,
Yeah,
where it
I
noticed that
remember
the Padres were going to go get free agents. Then they hit on Tatis when they traded Shield to the White Sox.
Mhm.
Then Tatis starts maturing, and then they bring in Machado, and then slowly they start making moves. Juan Soto, all this stuff. So it's basically shown that the Padres are willing to go do that. So
It's a lot of baseball talk.
it just a
I'm done with
recent,
it.
like it just recently happened in 2019, and then obviously what really put it over the top was upsetting the Dodgers in 2022. But before that, don't get it twisted. This
Don't
was
get
not.
hyped.
This was not a base. That wasn't the energy. The energy was for the Chargers, and it was from the Drew Brees era to the Phillip Rivers era, and then obviously in the back end, fans were just they all thought that the Chargers were leaving, and they just decided not to go to games. So,
I was there at the
Um,
last game in San Diego, by the way.
oh yeah, he was. Yeah, that was interesting. All right, we appreciate you guys so much for checking out
No.
another episode of All
Not in
Four
baseball.
Compas. You guys are the best. Do not forget tomorrow, Wednesday, it is Gilberto's hour at 5:00.
Yeah,
Oh,
dear. We're not
geez.
on Thursday. We're on tomorrow, dear.
Yeah. So Dan cannot send everybody to go over there and rile up
Yeah.
Gilberto.
I'll
so-
rile them up for you to go on.
Send them my way, baby. Don't worry. You see this mic? It's so hot. So hot.
Dan, somebody's asking you a question.
I'm not acknowledging anything from that
Wait,
moron.
who are the Chargers playing anyways? I forgot already.
The
Saints.
Saints.
Oh, that's
If
easy.
they lose against
Well,
the Saints, close up shop.
So obviously, Wednesday, interesting day. Gilberto hour at 5. Then Dan and I will jump on around 6:45, 7 o'clock to preview the Chargers game. No shows on Thursday except for House of Horns after the game between both of those. Dan is back tomorrow, Boltillo, at 7.
Shout out to you.
7. So make sure you guys tune in.
I need to make sure.
We had a pretty good group.
Maniacs.
We had a pretty good group on Monday, so make sure you guys
It was
all
crazy. They got after
come
it.
back. Yeah, you can make sure you guys all come back on Wednesday to preview the game. And then obviously Sunday after the game, I'll go down to the locker room as soon as I'm done with that. We'll jump on the pod and we'll do that. And then obviously Lunas Live. And
What time is the game on Sunday?
It is at 1:05.
God dang it! I hate it.
And come on, Charger fans, let's get what's up, Bolts to 1,000. Almost.
Yeah, we're close.
25 more to go. Come on, guys.
Yeah.
I believe in you
25.
guys.
Yeah.
Spread the
Comment
word.
and subscribe.
Spread the word.
I believe in Dan.
Yes.
There stands the glass.
All right.
Fill it up to the brim until my troubles
my.
grow dim. It's my first one today. I need to have drinking songs ready from now on.
Dan, do not look to your in the comments section.
No.
See, I hate this guy. I hate this piece of shit. This guy's the worst, dude. I hate that
All
guy.
right. Thank you guys so much. We'll be back tomorrow, so make sure you guys tune in. Make sure you guys like, comment, subscribe. Make sure you guys hit the notification button so when we go live, you guys are ready to go. Thank you to Boltillo. Thank you to Blue Dream. Thank you to Jorge. Thank you to
Shout
Pierre.
out.
Thank you to Brock. Thank you to Jesse. Thank you to Hill. I don't know if that's Gil or not. Who knows? But he's on his phone. Scotty. Let's see. Boltillo. Thank you, Boltillo. Angel. Thank you, Angel. Even though you were just shitting on Gilbert the whole time.
Shout out, Angel. Keep it up.
Thank you to all you guys. You guys were awesome. No K today. Interesting.
No, Matt. Oh no.
Where's Matt? Yes.
You guys are.
You were so confused.
Yeah, he outed himself and never came back.
Hey,
You
Fernando,
guys
wasn't
are
that
awesome.
guy?
Appreciate you guys. All right, we're out of here. Gilbert, vámonos.
Yeah, let's get out of here. But one fun fact, Dan, the Chiefs, the Ravens, the Cardinals, and the Packers all won this week. So great week 7 for Dan and Daygo.
Shitty week.
But let's get going here. Dan's top 4 teams are all victorious. But on that note, ya nos vamos, pues, vámonos.